fellow YouTubers. I got a couple comments after the last video I posted of me hooping of people asking why I cut my dreadlocks off. And I know it's come as a bit of a surprise, especially after my last dread video where I spoke about how I was planning to have my locks much longer than I originally anticipated. And for me, all of a sudden, out of the blue, to not have them. So I just wanted to make a video and explain to the people who care why I cut them off. And it was a couple of reasons. The first thing that really set me in that direction was the fact that I was starting to have a lot of neck pain and just like forehead and face tension from all of the weight and them just growing so fast, and they were expanding as far as their width. They were getting much thicker, longer. I mean, they were past my waist. And it was just all that weight on my neck was really starting to get to me. I started to have a forward head posture, which is I'll show you from the front, from the side. So the way I'm holding myself right now, with my neck elongated, neck straight, in line with the rest of my spine, is how we are supposed to hold ourselves. But from all that weight and tension, I was starting to do this, which from the front doesn't look like much of a difference, I know. But from the side, this is what happens. Okay. So this is a normal posture, which granted, I'm still in a recovery process from all the pain. So this is as healthy and normal as I can make my posture right now, but this is what I was doing. Which again is a very subtle difference, but our muscles are not meant to be in that weak position like that, especially for a long amount of time, which it was getting to the point where my neck was like that all the time. And so it was causing a lot of damage to my body, and I was getting to the point where it was very unbearable. I was in pain constantly. And so by me being in pain from them, I started questioning whether or not I was truly wearing my dreadlocks for spiritual reasons, like how I was claiming to. Because if they were hurting me, and if they were no longer serving me, why was I having anxiety associated with the thought of not having them anymore to alleviate myself from that pain? So then I started contemplating that, and I realized that I was exhibiting behaviors and thought patterns of someone who has a neurotic ego. And I don't want to have that. A neurotic ego will tear you down, especially if you're on a certain path in life where you're trying to transcend that thought. And so I realized that I was relying on my outward appearance to make myself feel good on the inside, when I really want to rely on my inward feeling and energy and vibrations to bring that out, to bring my inward self out, to make me feel good, and the people or anything, any life that is around me, to feel welcomed and happy and stimulated while in my presence. Not in a pompous way to say, it's all surrounded by love. I don't want to rely on my outward appearance for me to feel beautiful. And that's what it was. I was relying on my hair, in this case, for me to feel beautiful. And so my anxiety was that if I didn't have them all of a sudden, would I still look myself in the mirror and think of myself as beautiful? And I really wasn't sure. And so by me cutting them, it was a way to check my ego and to test myself. And the night that I did it, it was 2 full moons ago. And I went to a spot where I normally go to flow, dance, hoop, whatever out there. And I I realized as I was trying to let my inward flow and energy out so that I could help to manifest the things in my mind that I wanted for my life, there was a blockage coming all in this region. And this was affecting my entire body because I cannot have a blockage anywhere without it affecting the rest of myself. And silly as it seems, that was enough for me to come home and to just cut them all off. I wanted to put it off for other neurotic ego tendencies. I wanted to put it off, but I told myself, no, like this is, if I'm having these thoughts and feelings right now, then they need to be addressed right now. And so I cut them all off. Then I was worried a little bit. I mean, when I cut off like this first section right here, it was immediately this like release. Like I was able to like relax into my body again and really just be comfortable. And I did my whole head, and then I looked at myself in the mirror, and there was an excitement. It wasn't a bad feeling, it was just an excitement. And I looked at myself, and I still saw myself as beautiful. And I just started crying. Not a bad cry, it was a good cry because I passed a test I put myself to. And I was just so happy that I didn't have to rely on this hair anymore to feel a certain way about myself because it was all in here. But because I was questioning that, I had to make sure. And I'm so glad that I did because not only am I not in pain anymore, but I'm more confident. I I blend in better. So it's much easier for me to be a fly on the wall to observe people because that's just one of my things. I just love seeing people's body language and how we communicate in the nonverbal sense. And so by not having them, I'm able to be more invisible, so to say. Um, and it's nice. I don't want to rely on a certain hairstyle, clothing, beauty products, or what have you. I don't want to rely on any of that for me to feel beautiful. And by taking that step, it set my whole life in another direction that I could have never conceived of before. My whole life has changed now, and I won't go into that, but it has, and it's been so great, and I'm so glad I was able to like take that first step. And so yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. And just to apologize if anybody felt any negativity associated with like seeing that and not having an explanation to it. I really hope that you didn't feel any sort of any negativity associated with it because this is such a great thing in my life, and I know for a fact I will have dreadlocks again. It's gonna be a couple years, and I've already decided my next set is gonna be fully neglect method, completely natural. I don't want to interfere at all, really. And so yeah, I just wanted to send some messages of love to you, any fellow dreadies out there, just to keep doing it. Keep loving it. Love yourself at every step you're at. And if you happen to come to a time in your journey, your dread journey, where you feel like it's time for it to end, just do it. Do it with confidence and grace, and know that you are not your hair. You will never be just your hair. You will never be just your body. You are so much more than that. And it isn't until you let those things go that you're really free to fly. So I love you all, and I really look forward to seeing all your videos and hearing your comments and everything. And yeah, thank you. I appreciate every one of you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Bye for now.